guys, what do you notice C is now? Positive or negative now?
Negative.
Negative, right. Remember, C is the last term. C is a negative now. So what are my signs going to be? In order for me to get a negative when multiplied, what do my signs have to be now? Same or opposite? They have to be what? Opposite, right? In order to get a negative, you multiply a positive times a negative, not a negative times a negative, or a positive times a positive. If you multiply opposite signs to get a negative, we can multiply them. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put our two parentheses here. What times what equals W squared? What's going to go here and here? W. So everybody put a W there and a W there. Okay? Because the last term is negative, the signs are going to be what again? Same or opposite? Opposite. So everybody will put a plus, minus, or a negative plus. It doesn't make a difference what order you put them in. Now, what do we do? Find factors of, right, Bailey? Find factors of what number? Negative 16, right, Jordan? We're going to come up with factors of negative 16. Okay, let's come up with factors. Now, this is where there's more combinations. Why do I say there's more combinations this time?
Because they're opposite.
Exactly, because they're opposite. Because look, give me a factor of 16. Two factors of 16. 4 and 4. Okay, 4 and 4 is the only one that doesn't work for that. Because obviously switching them doesn't switch those, right?
Negative 2 and 8.
Negative 2 and 8. Okay. But couldn't we do the other way too?
Yeah.
Couldn't we do positive 2 what?
Negative.
Negative 8. And guys, we understand that 16 and 1 would work too, right?
Yes.
But do we really need to put negative 16, positive 1? Because is there any way you're ever going to get a sum of 6?
No.
Okay, do you see what I'm saying? That you can narrow that list down. I mean, you can put in there just to kind of remind you what all the factors of negative 16 are. But obviously, there's no way you're going to get a sum of positive 6 of either one of these. So let's just cross those off. Okay? What's the sum of 4 and negative 4? 0. Is that going to be what I want? No, because remember, this is the key. Sum of 6. So that's not going to work. Which one of these gives me a sum of positive 6?
Negative 2 and 8.
Right, what Jordan said a couple seconds ago. Okay? Notice how this one does not work. Why?
Because that would be equals negative 6.
Negative 6, right. And we don't want a negative 6, do we want a what?
Positive 6.
Positive 6. Notice how important it is to make sure you list your combinations and you make sure you pay attention to the sum has to equal B. The sum has got to equal that middle term B. Okay? So now is important on what numbers you put here. What number do you put with a positive?
8.
The 8. What number do you put with a negative?
2.
A 2. Good. Okay. Now, just for sake of argument, let's go ahead and use a table this time just to check it. Again, you don't have to check it. I'm just doing it to make sure. It might be good when you get to your tests and your quizzes to make sure you check. Now, what goes here, guys? Positive 2? Negative 2. Whoa. I was going to try to catch it, but I didn't want to get it all over here. All right. Okay, guys, this goes to negative 2, right? Okay. So what's W times W again? W squared, right? Add the exponents. W times a negative 2. Negative 2W. 8 times W. 8W. And 8 times a negative 2. Negative 16. Highest degree, W squared. Like terms. What do we get when we add negative 2W plus 8W? Right, 6W, not 6W squared, just 6W. And then minus 16. And we did it right. Because it gets what I started with. And that's my answer. All right, guys, we got one more example. We're done with notes. How do you feel about this lesson? Feel pretty good? Awesome.